Well, hello, everyone. Welcome to our Light Your Dream Team, a monthly Zoom meeting. We do this the third Wednesday of every month at 7:30 p.m. Central Time. So it's great when you can join us live. It's a little more fun when we can share together. But if you can't make it live, please try to view the recordings in our Light Your Dream Team Facebook group, where I'll post it once it uploads. But it's an exciting new year, 2023. The leadership team with corporate, Bob and Charlie and Kim, we've been developing a new program to put a little bit more emphasis in team building. Last year was a lot of focus on fundraising, and we did a good job of training and learning and implementing that and had a lot of success. In fact, I'm working on another fundraiser right now for a preschool that I'm hoping to get the final yes. So it's been an exciting kind of addition to our focus last year. But now we are moving to build the company. The more people that come in, the more opportunities that we have because there's more revenue in the company. They can then get us more product, more tools, more trips. So it's their job is to provide the product. Our job is to introduce it to others and bring them into the company so that they can enjoy awesome products, but also be able to make a little or a lot of money, whatever their choice is. So in January here, then we launched the Drive to Director campaign. So over the last 3 weeks-ish, I've been posting a step towards that in the Facebook group that just kind of gives my thoughts on a variety of topics of how to be successful. Many of these are things that I learned 19 years ago. I've been with Sensations, started in 2003. So a lot of it is things that I have learned over the years. A lot of it is things that I did implement. And that's resulted in quite a bit of success with my venture with Sensations and Mia Bella Candles. So I was just kind of laying out each step. So hopefully you'll be willing to take on that journey. And it's just such a powerful part of our business model. You know, we've got a fantastic candle that we can retail. We've got, as I said, great fundraising that's really taking off. But honestly, where the big money comes is with team building, bringing in new people to the company who get excited about the products and purchase and then go out and share that. So I want you to understand how significant this part of your business can be. So I hope that this training gives you confidence, some step-by-step techniques that you can implement. And if you don't understand, then that's what we have the tools for, the Facebook group, the miabellatraining.com website that you can go to. You've got Allison and I both as mentors, either through the group or texting or email or call us. We're willing to help and get you along this journey as well, because it's fun. It's much more fun to be in business when you've got friends. So we want to bring new friends into this. So we'll go through some of these steps here. And then, of course, if you have any questions, need further explanation, ask on the Facebook group. Send us an email. Say, you know, I've implemented this step, but now, and that's usually the way that I do it. I've got an overall general understanding of it, but it's not until you actually put it into action that you start to go, oh, I'm a little bit confused on this piece of it, or I think I need a little more explanation. And, you know, and Alice and I do that a lot. We talk back and forth, we brainstorm, we think we got it until we start to do it. And then we have to check in with each other and say, do I got this right? Or, you know, what am I missing here? So don't be afraid to brainstorm with us on the group. Don't be afraid to seek accountability or even hold other team members accountable. So that's the idea, is that we go there, we state maybe what our goals are, what we want to achieve. We start implementing the steps, and we might get lost along the way. We all do. I've had a really difficult time with my job. Lots and lots of work have been dedicated to that here with the new year. And so that slows me down, but I don't ever stop. I might hit a bump, but then I'm going to get back on and I'm going to keep going. So that's what I want you guys to, to do as well. It's okay to pause a minute, but we never stop. So the way that I kind of, and I didn't even honestly have a lot of thought process into how this training was going to be organized. It was just each day I got a thought, and this is what I'm going to share. So hopefully it's kind of in order and makes sense to you. But these are, again, just really the trainings and knowledge that I have used and implemented over the many years of my business in Sensation. So I'm just going to go through each step kind of briefly here. The first set really focused on preparation and mindset and the goal setting and really just getting ready. You can't really start going until you get ready. So with the new year, the first step was really to organize your workspace. Get yourself uncluttered, throw out things from the previous year that might be, not helping in your, your journey to director. The more clutter, the more stuff that you have that doesn't serve you. We concentrated first on getting that cleaned up, getting ready, getting our space ready so that we are motivated to move forward. And then the second step was establishing your 2023 calendar and deciding when you would be available for work. When you take your business seriously, as if it was an employment, a job, you know when you're going to go to work. You don't just tell your boss, well, I'm going to wing it and we'll see what I feel like. Maybe I'll be in this week and maybe I won't. Your boss is going to say, well, then don't bother coming in at all. So you have to take that same attitude that this is your business, this is your job. You have to dedicate the time to it if you want to see the success that is there for you. So, we asked you to decide, how many hours a week can you commit to? And that's all personal to you. And there's no requirements saying that you have to put in 5 hours. You have to put in 10 hours. You have to be a full-time 40-hour, network marketer. That's not the goal at all. It's for you to decide with your life, your lifestyle, what other commitments that you have, what can you commit to in your business and do that routinely. And the more specific that you can be, what days are you going to work? What times of the day are you going to work? Can you put in, some time in the morning before you either start with the kids or go off to a job or volunteering? Do you do it at night? Do you do it on the weekends? The more specific you can be about when you're going to work your business, the more likely you are to work the business. And the more you work the business, the more success that you will have. And the third step, really it focuses on making the decision. You need to decide that you want to achieve director. It might not be a goal for everyone, and that is perfectly fine. If you've come into the company in order to just buy product at wholesale, great, not a problem. But this training, this campaign is Drive to Director. That means that you are looking to partner with others to become a leader, to help mentor them in their businesses. And honestly, that's one of the greatest satisfactions that I get from my business is, retailing a candle is great. I love to see my customers' reactions and sharing, a product with them that is, fantastic. But my satisfaction really comes in being able to coach others. And that's really where my branding, coaching the dream came from, is my psychology background of helping others, coaching others. So it's so much fun when you start to develop a team. That's what we're asking for you, is to start your journey to be a leader. You have to decide that. Is that something that you want? And then you need to develop that commitment, the accountability, and the drive to make it happen so that you can get to that next level. So, we need to take responsibility both for our successes and our failures. We can have the accountability partners on the group. If there's somebody in particular that even is cross-line, it doesn't have to be your sponsor. Sometimes it's even better to have an accountability partner that is someone on the same journey as you. Where are you in your ranking? Where are you in your years of experience? Utilize both. Have somebody that's kind of at your same level so that you can bounce things off of each other and kind of take the journey together, as well as use the experience and knowledge that, Allison and I have for, being in the business for many, many years. So but that's really one of the biggest things that you need to do is decide and take responsibility for what you're going to do in your business. It's not your sponsor's responsibility. We always talk about, being a good sponsor, being there for them, but your sponsor's job is to direct you to the tools, provide the information, show you where you can get the answers, but it's not their job to do it for you. We can't do that. We can't make it for you. We can't want your success more than you want it for yourself. So you have to decide that you're going to go for it and then utilize the tools, including your sponsor, to make it happen. Okay, and then step 4 is that you need to understand the ranks of Sensations Reward Plan. So, we're asking you to rank up. So what does that mean? You need to understand what personal volume is and what group volume is and what the requirements for each of those ranks are. So for personal volume, that means your purchases. That's what you buy in your monthly auto ship, whether you're on the $44.95 or whether you're on the 100. So that's your personal volume, or any website sales, retail sales that come in through your website. That all is included on your personal volume. So you're going to have that piece of it, as well as group volume. Group volume means the personal volume of all of those on your team. So that combination of the two plus the number of partners that you need to have is how your rank is determined. So the first rank is a bronze distributor. In order to reach that rank, to move from distributor to bronze distributor, you need to sponsor 1 to 2 people on your front line. That means you personally enroll them into Sensations. You'll need to have $44.95 in personal volume. You don't have to be on the 100, but you need to do monthly, consistently, the auto ship bundle for $44.95. And then your group volume, that combination needs to equal 200. That is going to include your $44.95. So the rest of it then is either, again, some retail sales from your website or what your team is purchasing. And when you do that, when you rank advanced to bronze, you're going to earn 5% commission on your first level. So that is cool. That's another avenue of building money and income in your business. You've got your retailing, your fundraising, but this is another aspect. And the more you can combine all 3 avenues, the more solid your business is, the bigger it will be, the more money that you'll make. The second rank is silver distributor. And this is a requirement of having 3 or 4 team members on your front line. Again, your personal volume remains at the $44.95, no change there, but now your group volume is going to jump up to 500. So between those 4 partners and yourself, your group volume needs to be 500, and that's a month. And that's commissionable volume. That's not retail volume. That's the commissionable volume. Okay, and when you do that, then you not only earn the 5% on your first level, but then on your second level. So anybody that you sponsor that sponsors somebody, they become your second level. And then you earn 2% commission on their purchases. And this is not, you're not getting money from your team. This is paid out from the company. They are basically giving you their advertising dollars instead of going out and paying a big celebrity millions of dollars to promote the candles. They pay distributors to share the product, share the company, share the business opportunity. And for that, you get a commission. So when you have people on your first line, you're getting 5%. When they sponsor somebody, you'll get your 5% on them plus the 2% on their new partner. So this starts to add up. And I've said before that the vast majority of my monthly Sensations paycheck does not come from my retail sales. It comes from team building and coaching and training and helping others. Okay, so that 4th step, that's what you need to understand. What are the requirements so that you don't miss one of those pieces? Because you surely don't want to have 1 or 2 of them and then realize that you missed out on one when you were so close. Okay, so understand the rankings. The 5th step is that you need to understand where you are now in January and what title you want to achieve by June 30th. So the Drive to Director campaign is 6 months, January to June, in order to go basically from distributor to director. Now, some of you are going to already have advanced to maybe bronze or silver in that previous, working of the business, but you need to understand where you are and where you want to go. If you don't want to get to director, that's fine, but make a commitment. Where do you want to go? Do you want to go from distributor to gold distributor? So understand where you are, where you want to be. And then the sixth step is to create 3 goal index cards. And this is kind of fun. It's, one of your cards should be a short-term goal. What do you want to do in the next few months? What do you want to achieve? Your second card, do something that's a little bit, harder maybe to achieve, something that might take you the year to complete. And then your third card, do something really wow, like, oh my gosh, I'm not sure if this is achievable, but I want it. And I think I can get there, and it may not happen now, but over the course of my career, this is where I want to be. This is what I really ultimately want, out of my business. And that could be, a specific rank, over the course of your career. Do you want to get to, a ruby, sapphire, emerald director position? Do you want to get to the diamond position? So put it out there. Even if you think, oh, maybe this is tough, put it out there. Where do you ultimately want to be? Okay, then the 7th step is understanding the bonuses that are available for these rank advancing with this, new campaign that was just released. So that chart is in the Facebook group, and I didn't list it all out there, but by moving from distributor to bronze, the first rank level, you would get a 50% bonus in January, and then each month throughout the 6 months, you're going to earn more bonuses. So ultimately, the reason that we team build is because we like to help others. That is usually the primary objective, but the secondary is there's more money to be made, not only in that commissions that we talked about, the 5%, the 2%. It's the bonuses during this campaign. And this is the first time in a while that Sensations has put out this ability to take more money. So let's do it. The 8th step is, again, kind of in preparation. In order for you to be successful, you got to be changing your mind. Any mindset self-development book is something that you should always be doing. It's never ending. It should be something that you're always wanting to know. And I think I had mentioned in the group the other day that, I have a professional license that I have to take continuing education classes in order to get my license renewed. And if I don't get a license, I can't conduct business. So it's the same thing with our candle businesses. You should never stop learning. You're always going to want to have some kind of a self-development book, but also, learn about the industry of network marketing, learn more about candles and scents, and always be preparing yourself to be more, learn more, be better. So we recently, many of us have purchased the Change Your Paradigm, Change Your Life by Bob Proctor. It's a great book. It's an easy read. And all we do really is ask you to do 10 pages a day. Try to do it 5 days a week. You can take a couple days off if you want, but if you can do it 7 days a week, that's more learning. And the reason that we do say the 10 pages is that hopefully it doesn't sound too overwhelming, that you can get 10 pages in, maybe a 30-minute segment sometime throughout the day, whether you sit down in one segment of 30 minutes, or maybe you do, 10 minutes a couple times throughout the day. But it's not intended to rush through, 3-4 chapters a day, because you want to meditate on what it is that you're learning. Take it in, reread it, underline, make notes, and then the biggest part of the reading and the learning is to then implement what you've learned. So when you take the time to make these segments smaller, that allows you the time then to implement, because success doesn't come from just the knowledge in the head. It comes from when you actually take that out and put it into practice. So that's why we say 10 pages a day, 5 days a week. The 9th step is the Start a Gratitude Journal. So each day, if you can write down, and again, it's nice if you think about it, but there's something about that mind-hand connection with the brain. If you write your goals out, you write your gratitude out in a journal, you'll just be amazed at how many things we really do have to be grateful for. The more that we are thankful for what we have, then the more opportunity for more things to come to us. And it just sets you in a better mindset, there's going to be challenges in any business, in any career, any job. You're going to have challenges, and there are going to be days that you think that you're going to get something. And I was just, doing a coaching call with somebody this week that, it's like, yay, I got something. Oh no, it was taken away. Darn, now I'm disappointed. But if you can get back to your journal and think about, well, what in the day, did happen? What did you learn from that? How is that going to advance you in your career, so that next time now you have more experience to know how to better deal with that? Or, and the gratitude doesn't have to just be around your business. It could be your family, your health, something as simple as you had a great cup of coffee today that, really put you in a good mood, whatever. Just write something down that's in a positive mentality that you're grateful for. Okay, the 10th step is create a savings fund from your sales or your commission checks. I think this one, it's fun to do, to see that fund grow throughout the year. But I think the biggest thing that it can do for you is it gives you confidence that this is a real business that can provide you with real income. And I have shared with you before that last year, my goal was to save money to take my family on a vacation to Phoenix, Arizona, and go to the Grand Canyon. And we went for a week and we had a fabulous time. Got to go to our first NASCAR race ever. I was totally amazed by the Grand Canyon. So lots of cool things. And my candle business paid for that. So each month I put some of my check away into that fund. I also have other funds. And so you can decide, if you have one fund, two funds, three funds. One of them can be a necessity, such as your taxes, your income taxes that you'll have to pay at the end of the year on your commissions, because you aren't, having that taken out like a regular job's paycheck. Your employer is not taking that out. So you do have to pay those taxes at the end of the year. So I save that every month. I take a percentage of that and set that aside so that I can pay the taxes. Don't spend your whole check, and then tax time comes and you realize that, oh no, I didn't know I was supposed to pay taxes on it. So I have a tax fund that I keep throughout the year. I have that vacation fund. I have a computer fund. I would like to get a new computer, which is a business write-off. But yeah, I don't want my computer to crash because it is getting older, and then realize, oh my gosh, where am I going to come up with a couple $1,000s to buy a brand new computer? So I just put money aside each month. So come up with 1 to 3 funds where you're putting the money in, so that one, you have the funds. It's exciting to accomplish that goal at the end of the year. But again, it just really, I think, gives you confidence that I'm in business. I'm making money. There's a reason I'm doing this. And look at what I've achieved throughout the year. Okay, and then the 11th step is we talked about getting a word of the year, a word that will remind you, or a trigger to return you to a positive belief, get you back into action. And thank you so much for those that did share their words on the group. That was fun to see the different choices that people made. But it's just a mindset thing. And I've used mine many, many times already in the 3 weeks since we came up with our words. It just really gets me zoned back into where I need to be. So I've enjoyed having that. The 12th step, create a dream board. Now this is a visual. You can put pictures of yourself or your dreams, and it can be monetary things, material things that you want to achieve, but also social things. We're talking about team building. So one of them might be, I want to make more friends. I want to have team that becomes family, that, we get to go on these, conventions together, and we get excited to see each other. So it doesn't always have to be material things, but also add inspirational quotes, things that are going to motivate you, symbols of your rank advancement. If you want to get to, go from Ruby director to Sapphire director, then you ask your upline to share certificates or the pendants or something that represents the rank that you want to get to. They can send you pictures and, things like that to help you see yourself achieving those. And that's really the thing, is that you want to get the pictures into your subconscious mind. So you're going to view them, you're going to visualize that you've already achieved them. You need to always be setting your goals in the present, not the, well, I hope to someday when maybe somewhere down the road, you don't want to have those kinds of attitudes. Earlier in one of the first steps that we talked about, it was to decide. So you need to decide that you're going to do it, put the visual pictures in your mind that you've already accomplished this, and then your subconscious goes to work to make it happen for you. So those are all kind of the preparatory mindset, goal setting to get you ready. And then the next couple steps that we began then was more of a specific business development, getting yourself into action now that you're ready. So the first step is to work with your sponsor to obtain the best method of contact and their schedule so that you know how and when they're available to mentor you or how to utilize them for three-way communications. So, that brainstorming, that coaching call of just, there's that mentoring piece of it to help you, but also when you're team building, you need to utilize the tools. And one of the best tools is going to be your sponsor, because they've been there, they've done it. They've got experience. They know what to say. They know how to help you. So, let them help you with three-way calls. If you've got a prospect that's got some questions and you're not really sure how to answer them, then you get on the phone, say, let me get my sponsor. She's been doing this for years. I know she knows the answers. So let's work with her to do that. You can do that either through phone calls or do like a group text or, group message on Facebook, or somehow just, connecting the three of you together to get the answers. But even more so, you may know the answers, but the whole concept of using your upline, there's a psychology to that. It does show the new person that they don't have to know everything themselves, that there's going to be a team, there's going to be somebody that's going to help them find the answers and provide that. And it shows them that there's a tool, there's some predetermined method that I'm going to have access to. I'm not going to have to know everything. So utilize your sponsor. Okay, the second step is get your business supplies. So you want to get the trifold brochures in the back office from the company. You don't want that in the way there. And then get 100 of the mini melt samples. It's 100 of 1 cent in one box, and it comes in about, I don't know, it's like eight of the top selling scents. You can get one of the more spring summer scents, the peace, love, and watermelon, I think, is available. So get a box of those because you're going to hand those out. They're extremely inexpensive and effective tool to share the product. Get your business cards. On your business cards, you want to say something that does alert them that you're not just selling candles. Even if they are coming to you as a customer, you can put on there, ask me about fundraising, ask me about custom labels, ask me about wholesale, ask me about how you can make money. So put those on postcards, on business cards. So get prepared, have those things available. If you're handing out packets or mailing packets, you might want to put a little letter kind of introducing yourself, telling your story, why you began with Sensations. Was it for the product or was it to make money? Maybe include a product catalog if you still have some of those available. But get the tools, get your supplies. The third step is make your list. And this is going to be something that you're never going to stop doing. You're constantly adding to your list. And I've trained on my retail customer list, just keeps getting added to every year. It gets bigger and bigger. And that's really how you build your business. The more people you contact, the more your business is going to grow. So you need to come up with your list. You need to personally contact people that you've come up with, not just sending out a mass social media post. You want to make them feel that you have thought of them, especially, hey, I thought of you. I'm expanding my business. We've got a great product, but we've got a way to make money with these. And I thought of you. Would you be interested in hearing a little bit more about this? So you can either approach them in that direct method or listen to some of the clues that they might be giving out on social media. Somebody saying, that they are trying to save for a vacation, or, they've got, say, I don't know, one of their kids' tournaments coming up or their graduations coming up and they want to save some money for that, but they're not really sure how they're going to do that. So you got to be aware. You got to pay attention to the clues in your community, you know, the people around you, in your warm market. What are you hearing? How can you, you know, kind of take the problem that they're exposing to you and show how Sensations is able to solve that. So make the list, constantly add to it. And it doesn't have to just necessarily be, you know, team members that you want to present the product to, but, you know, our list is going to include retail customers, fundraising groups. So as you're driving around town, you see a group, an organization, something, you know, jot down on your notebook that you should have with you. Oh, I want to contact them about, you know, the vendor program. This is, you know, a veterinarian, and we've got, you know, a great Odor No More candle. So try to maybe, you know, introduce a specific product to their special brand of business and see if, you know, you couldn't work with them to get them involved in becoming a vendor distributor. Okay, we don't have too much time left here, so I'm gonna go a little bit faster here. The fourth step is getting comfortable with your script. So you need to know what to say when somebody asks, you know, well, what do? You know, what's your one sentence response? Be prepared. Think about how you want to answer questions so it comes off as confident, you know, knowledgeable, and you know why you're doing this. And those are just some examples there that, you know, how much are the candles? This could be done at a show. It could be somebody that you know, are talking to through social media. If they say, well, how much are your candles? You know, your response can be, well, do you want to pay retail or do you want to pay wholesale? And that's going to be very intriguing to them. They're going to be like, well, I don't know what you mean, because you don't do that when you go to Target. You don't get to pick, do you want to pay retail or do you want to pay wholesale? Well, the response is going to be, well, I want to pay wholesale. Why do I want to pay more? And that gives you an opportunity then to explain how becoming either just like a candle of the month user, a product user, or how they can then expand into actually earning some money. You know, and then network marketing has a much better reputation these days. Oh, everybody's heard of it. Everybody's, you know, involved with some product or some company at some time. So it doesn't have the stigma that it did, but, you know, some people may not understand, you know, what does that mean? What does direct sales mean? What does network marketing mean? You know, get educated. Like we talked about, having a book where you get self-development and mindset, but you also need to start learning about what your career is. What is your industry? Your industry is direct sales, network marketing. Learn what those terms are. Learn how to get better at it. Okay, the fifth step is let others know about that business aspect of our company. Many times I hear somebody, you know, joining my team and saying that they had bought a candle from a fundraiser, or they had gone to a vendor show and purchased a candle, but they never realized that they could also join the company, enroll, and start getting product themselves or making money. So make sure that your customers, your fundraising organizations understand that. And again, you don't have to be pushy and, you know, come out and make that the primary assumption, but there's nothing wrong with, you know, like I said, on your business cards, listing that in your packets that you put together for fundraising, your bag that you might give to a retail customer at a show. You know, have a little postcard in there. Have one of our flyers talking about, you know, custom labels, fundraising, or just something that alerts them to the fact that, you know, there's more to these candles than just buying them. So be sure that they know. The sixth step is understand the more contacts you make to potential business partners, potential fundraising groups, potential customers, the faster and bigger your business is going to grow. So we've always kind of said, set a goal to contact 2 people or groups a day, 5 days a week. Make that your goal. There may be some times that you can't do that. That's okay. You pick yourself up the next day and try to get, you know, if you're really determined, we're on a mission here to get you to director. So we have a path, we have a goal, we have a need to do this. So if you haven't contacted your second person for the day, get on it. Don't go and sit down in front of the TV and watch a movie until you've contacted your second person. So if that's your goal, 2 people a day, 5 days a week, make it happen. And those contacts, the more they can be personal, the better off it's going to be. It's not, you know, sending out an email blast to a whole group of customers or making a social media post. The more specific you can make to the individual in offering them, again, one of the aspects of our business, whether it's as a customer, a fundraising group, or, you know, the business. Okay, so that's where we have gotten thus far in our steps to drive to director. And there is more to come. Every day I'll post another one. We are gonna, I'm gonna try to get something set up where we'll do like a business opportunity Zoom. So something like this, where I'll have a presentation where you can invite your prospects to come and hear the story of the company, my story, the products, and how they can join us. So I'm going to kind of put that together. So we'll be doing that here in the next couple of weeks, where we'll set up a date and time where you can invite people to come and hear the story. So a few more steps still to come. And I hope that you are implementing as we're going along and not waiting until, well, I'll just wait till all the steps are in. Because honestly, like I said, I didn't really set out with a specific plan. I'm just kind of, each day something comes to mind and thinking about how I do my business, and I want to share that with you. So I don't know how many more steps that we'll have, but there's more to come. So implement what you've learned, keep going, keep consistent, keep working the business, ask questions, brainstorm, hold yourself accountable, but get on the group and, ask others to help you, be accountable for it too. Because there's something about, putting it out there in public when you've said, I'm going to do this. And then you've got others to say, hey, did you do this? And then cheering you on when you do this. So, each little step that you take is important and should be rewarded. And just make that next step so that we can have a team of directors by June. That would be so awesome if we could get to the company convention, which we call Fling, that will happen in July in Phoenix, Arizona. And hopefully the Light Your Dream team can then bring along quite a few new directors. So this is really exciting that the company is putting out these bonuses and extra money for us to get our existing distributors. There is a plan too that for new distributors just coming in. So you'll see kind of some separate documents for that. So this is not just for us, but anybody that you bring in has that same opportunity to kickstart their business and start making those bonuses. So we're going to end it there. I only got a few seconds here left. So hopefully the recording will take. I'll get it up. It does take a while to kind of process it, so it may not be available till